Alright, welcome back to another episode of Off the Bench Podcast. And we're going to be talking about the Warriors and Houston Rockets game 2. Which the game's not over, but the game basically over. Because the Houston Rockets is up 20 points with like a minute left to go in the fourth quarter. So we're going to go ahead and record the video, talk about it, give my initial thoughts and my reactions to it. And before we get into that, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that comment section below. Man, but look. First thing I want to say, how we starting this video off, is Jalen Green, that's how you play. I'm proud of you, boy. I'm proud of you. Because after that game 1 performance, I was on you, and I would tell you how you need to come back with it in game 2 with it on your mind. You did just that. Dropping 35, 6 assists, 6 rebounds. That's how you hoop, boy. That's how you hoop. Now, I told you this is what expected of you. Now, you don't need to go out and get 35 every night. But you need to be a consistent threat, a consistent number 1 option for the Houston Rockets if y'all want to have a chance to win this series. But listen here, tonight, you were nothing short of sensational. Nothing short of a young superstar in the making. And that's what it is about the playoffs. That's how you make your name. That's how you get your rep right there. And like I said, bro, I'm proud of you. Now, you still had the fingernail polish on and all that. But that's cool. And when you playing like that, man, you can wear a wig. As long as you hoop like that, man, you cool with me. You heard me? Like, I just ain't standing for none of that stuff that you were going for in game 1. But game 2, that's how you stand on business and you bounce back after a tough performance like that. That's what superstars do. That's what young stars do. And that's what you is in the making. I like that. And you got full contributions from Tari Eason. He started the game off hitting threes. Fran VanVleet, he came to hoop today, being a good veteran point guard, controlling the tempo, make sure y'all was under control. Şengün gonna be Şengün. Şengün, he did his thing in game 1. He just ain't had no help. Now game 2, he played it. He mirrored his performance in game 1 and game 2. Dylan Brooks, his big body, strong, unorthodox hooping ass. He had a good game today too, but bruh, that man, bruh, the way he hoop, it be so funny. He be out there dribbling and doing all. He got this flick the jump shot, unorthodox movement. But hey, he was getting to it today. Mid-range, 3-point shots. He was getting to the lane, getting to the rack, drawing fouls, doing all that. The Houston Rockets, they pretty much controlled this game from the opening tip, if we want to be honest. Really, the game-changing thing was Jimmy Butler injury. When Jimmy Butler went down, it sucked the life out of the Golden State Warriors. Once they seen Jimmy went down, they seen like the whole morale of the team just got deflated. Cause we seen what the Warriors looked like pre-Jimmy. They were trash. It looked like they was heading in to missing the playoffs. One ain't gonna make it to the play-in. Then once they got Jimmy Butler, that's when they started walking around with their chest out. Draymond Green, Mr. Green, you gotta play better than that. You can't just be out here just throwing temper tantrums and doing all that. I know that's what you known for, but listen here. When you be talking the talk that you be talking, you went on podcasts, you went on record saying once y'all got Jimmy Butler, y'all was gonna win the championship. I expect your game to be to speak for itself. You gotta put out here and play better than what you playing for you to be talking that type of talk. Now listen, Draymond Green in this game today, he got ejected, which, hey, it's not a playoff series. Draymond don't get no technical foul or he don't get no ejection. That's just Draymond. But 8 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 of 6 from the field, and all your shot attempts came from the 3-point line. And that ain't gonna cut it. That's not winning basketball right there. Especially when Jimmy Butler went down. We need you, the veteran team on it. You the veteran on this team. You've been through 5 or 6 NBA finals. You've been through the battles, the trials and tribulations of up and downs in the playoffs. You know how I go. I expect you to be a consistent player. You gotta at least give me 10. You gotta at least give me 10 to 12 points. I know that ain't your role to contribute to scoring buckets, to getting buckets. But listen, man, you gotta do something. You gotta do something other than just talk trash. You gotta do something, especially when your second best player and Jimmy Butler went down. We looking for guys to step up. It's gonna take more than just Steph Curry. Now, I said this, the Houston Rockets, they're a bigger team, they're a longer team, they're faster, they're more athletic. They got everything over the Golden State Warriors outside of experience. But like I said, in the playoffs, they're gonna come down to three things. If you control the offensive glass, you control the defensive glass, you control free throws, win the free throw disparity, win the free throw battle, and win the turnover battle. And that's what the Houston Rockets did today. In game one, they had 17, 18, 19 turnovers, which was unacceptable. Because one thing that you can't do against the Golden State Warriors, especially when you got the size advantage down low, is turn the ball over and give them opportunities to get out a run, transition, and play fast. Because that's what the Golden State Warriors want to do. They want to be out and run where they can have y'all scrambling with Steph Curry just running all over the court. And y'all did a better job to that in game two. Y'all only had 10 turnovers. The Golden State Warriors had 16 turnovers. Y'all won a free throw battle. And y'all gonna out-rebound them. Y'all out-rebounded them in game one. I followed that up in game two, out-rebounded them. Y'all is the bigger team. And that's why taking care of the ball is so important for the Houston Rockets. If they can take care of the ball and get a shot up basically almost every time down, they're gonna be in a good position. Because the thing is, it don't matter if you miss a shot. You setting yourself up for a chance to crash the offensive glass and come up with second chance opportunities for your team. And that's why you got to be able to control the turnovers. To me, the Houston Rockets, they played as close to a flawless game as you can ask for. You get Jalen Green, your top dog, contributing, giving you 35. You get Anfernee Sengun, who out there hooping. What Sengun have? Sengun had a double-double. 17, 16, and 7. That's how you hoop. Now, like I said, you get 38 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists from Jalen Green. You get a double-double from Sengun. You get 16 from Dillon Brooks. You get 11 from Amen Thompson. You get 14 off the bench from Tari Eason. That's a collective team effort right there. That's how that was the story of the game. They control turnovers. They changed everything. Go from game one to game two in terms of they just played better. Jalen Green, he showed up. You controlled the turnovers. You won the defense rebounding battle. You got to the free throw line more than the Golden State Warriors did. You kind of kept Steph Curry at bay. You didn't let him go nuclear. You didn't let him go bunkers. He had 20 points, 9 assists, shot 6 of 15 from the field, 4 of 9 from 3. Now, if you can keep Steph Curry at bay like that with 20 points, Houston Rockets, they can find themselves, they got a chance to win this series. They still got a chance to win this series, even in game one. I felt like the Rockets, they set themselves up where they could still have opportunities to win the game. But your best guns got to step up. Jalen Green, he got to be consistent. He got to follow this performance over the game 3. You only as good as your last game. So game 2 don't mean nothing if you're going to come out in game 3 and play how you played in game 1. But like I said, Jalen Green, that's how you hoop, man. I told you. This is your time to shine. All the young stars I love to see, because this is what the NBA is transitioning to. The youth is starting to assemble. You got Paolo doing his thing, Cade Cunningham doing his thing. You got Ant-Man, Luka, Tatum. Nikola Jokic still fairly young. He's still in his 20s. I think he's 27. Jalen Green, it's your first time being in the playoffs. It's time for you to leave your mark and make a name for yourself. They did just that today. And they had a good game. They played a good game 2 today. They ended up winning by 20 points, which good for them. Game 3 gonna be, probably their most difficult game of this playoff series. You heading into a hostile arena. I forgot, they not called the Oracle no more. I don't know what the Chase Arena. You going into the Chase Arena, with these guys against the Golden State Warriors. Like I said, they got playoff experience. They got guys that been through the fire. They got guys that been through this, know how to bounce back from a playoff loss and things like that. And they got Steph Curry. Now, game 3 gonna be a tall task, going on the road and trying to steal one. All you got to do is get one. They stole one on your home court. Now you gotta go into their trap and steal one of these games from them. You can't go and drop both of them, because if you drop both of them, the series over with. But nonetheless, this was a good game from the Houston Rockets. Good game from Jalen Green. And we're gonna need more of that. Good game from Sengun. Good overall game from the Houston Rockets. They got contributions from the 3-point line today. I think they hit more threes than the Warriors was 17 to 43 from the 3-point line. Houston Rockets was 15 to 40, so they were more efficient. Well, no, because the Golden State Warriors were 39% from the 3-point line. They was 37% from the free throw line. But like I said, if you can control your turnovers, win the free throw battle, you can win the free throw. You can win the free throw battle, win the defensive rebounding battle, win the offensive glass. You can control the turnovers and win the turnover disparity. You're gonna set yourself up for a good position, and then you get everybody all hands on deck. They're gonna lead to a performance like this. Now, like I said, Ime, he did a good job today having these guys ready to bounce back and play. He got these guys ready to jump through a wall. This team is a young team right here. They inexperienced, but they don't lack confidence. And that's what I got. So y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all got in Game 3. It's gonna be one of probably the best game of this series. If they get to a Game 7, then Game 7 obviously. But Game 3 is important for both teams. Warriors, don't let the Houston Rockets go into y'all trap and steal Game 3 and let the morale of the team get even more higher than what it already is. Then you're gonna find yourself in a dangerous spot, because we already the Jimmy Butler injury. His status is up in the air for Game 3. We never know. Even though he got 2 days to get better and get all this on the clock treatment and all this, but still, you never know. So come with it on your mind, Houston Rockets. Come with it on your mind. Jalen Green, way to hoop, but you got to do it again. That's what the playoffs is all about. It ain't that it's about one game. It's about next game up mentality. You played good in Game 2. Got to do it again in Game 3. Now I'm saying you don't got to get 38, but you got to be in that 25-point range right there to give your team a chance and to be able to win this game and to be able to win this series. And that's all I got. Y'all let me know who y'all got winning in Game 3, who y'all got winning this series, and I'll see y'all in Game 3.